Yeah, I was just kind of wondering, like, so let's say it breaks through a support and then,
Down here, okay.
right, and you short it.
Okay.
Are you actually supposed to wait for that candle to break and then close below it?
Well,
Or do
you're
you
gonna know
enter
by
as soon as it breaks?
you'll know by the speed, you'll know what the volume is, you'll know how it did it, when it did it. You're gonna be looking for things like right here, you know the 200 is gonna be critical. We already know this one's gonna be a harder spot. We already know that from all the training we've been receiving in here, right?
Yeah.
So once it breaks, that doesn't mean anything. This broke it. Do you see how that one little wick touched it?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it broke and held though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it could do that 10 times doing this. No, no. We need to actually see it come down, stay below that critical level, whether it's another candle or a longer candle. Because a longer candle, you could still put in a stop loss tighter, right? Because even if it bulls right back, your stop will protect you, yes?
Yeah.
So you could do it off a long candle. You could do it off of the second candle that stays in here, whatever your comfort level is. There it goes. Do you see what it's doing? Guess what? This is resistance you're watching now, right?
Yeah. So you're thinking either short it if it rejects, or if it breaks through, you go long
That's right. And right now it's showing long. Can you tell me why?
because it's above the resistance.
No, candle strength. You see how long the candle was? Do you see this right here? You see this hammer? This is an inverted hammer coming off of a bear downside. See it?
Yeah.
Feeding into a larger amount of volume, which is an engulfing candle past the previous candle, now gives you to the upside, right? Once I
Yeah.
saw the body blast to the upside, that tells me volume has increased, which created a long candle, which now this is support. I'm in a call, right? If you're not able to do all this, you are not scalping. So this is not your world yet. So go back, master the candles, master the patterns, find out what it is, why it's doing it, or sit back, relax, because I just gave you a giant master class of what it was, when it happened, and I do that every day. So just watch every day while you are taking notes, while you are reading the ebooks, the patterns, the candlesticks, everything, right?
Right.
And then you'll eventually get it. Don't worry. Scalping, remember, I don't want you guys trying to run before you've walked. What I've just showed you and what it did is the hardest part there is in trading, right? So you shouldn't be starting there unless your every day is green and your portfolio is so big now you don't have to worry about it. Your 2-minute EWO is now, quadrupled your account. Everything looks great. And now you can afford to scalp, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to get wrecked in here because you're not ready to read this. Everybody see where it's sitting? Same thing. You're now watching VWAP. This could be the bounce. So what do? The call's up here. The put's right here. The stop's opposite ends. Stop, call, put. Watching for a bounce. And there you go. See it? If you are not ready for that, right, you're not ready to scalp. Do you see this? But do you guys see how fast you need to be? Do you see how you have to have all of these things playing together? You see your doji right here, which could could be a sign of reversal, right? And then you saw this body, this one, lower than the previous body, which also tells you this is bearish, right? Now you're at the 200. If this breaks through the 200 with power, you're still in a strong put. You're starting to see your EWO. It's fading from buyers to sellers. Now you're watching this level. You're still in this put, still in this put. You could have your stop right here now. You've made a ton of money. That way, if it does bounce and reject off the 200, you collect your money, right? Lots going on in that very small window, and you've got to be good. You've got to be good with your mechanics. You better be able to read this, and you've got to be fast. So you have to put it all together. Your brain has to also be fast enough. You have to recognize it, right? That here it comes, it's doing this. When it gets here, it could do that. The whole time you're assessing the situation. What was the overall trend? Where's it going? What was it doing? What did it do before it? Was there any news? I need to make sure there isn't some kind of impactful news off a SPY. I'm also watching, I'd typically down here, I'd be watching Apple, right? What's the rest of the market doing? Is there anything that could be pulling this to know that I should be watching for something else? Now I'm on the 200. I already know right here, this could bounce off the 200. If it does, what am I going to do? Where am I going to execute the trade? Once I execute the trade, what am I going to be in? And then what am I looking for? That should all be going through your head. Boom, right there. You see this? Boom, that's a stop out. Now we're in a call. And now our stop is down here, which is going to be down here for support to ride this back up. This is your channel between VWAP and the 200. Everybody see it?
Yes, sir.
That's it. I mean, you got to be that fast. And if it changes, you better be ready to get out, make your next move. What am I looking for? Then you're like, okay, if it goes here, I need it to do this, and I'm watching for that, and then I'm gonna check these out. Okay, then it's gonna do this. You guys should all be mapping on your screen, right? So you've got this up here. This is going to be to my upside. This will be, whoops, this will be to my downside. I need to keep an eye on these. That's scalping.